Good morning students. This is session 19 for grade 6 mathematics. Previous session we have dealt with properties of whole numbers. What are the properties we have seen in the previous session? We have seen about closure property. We have seen about commutative property and associative property. Yes, these three properties we have already completed. Now, what is a closure property? A plus B is equal to C, comma, A is a whole number, B is a whole number. Then if the sum of two whole numbers is a whole number, then the closure property satisfies. Yes, that is addition and multiplication for whole numbers satisfied closure property. Subtraction and division did not satisfy the closure property. Same way for commutativity, A plus B is equal to B plus A. You are going to change the values, you are going to change the variable. First A plus B will be there, which is equal to the right hand side, you are going to change the variable B plus A. If the values are same and if your answer is same, LHS is equal to RHS, then the commutative property satisfies. If the answers LHS is not equal to RHS, then your values is not same, then it is not satisfied. Commutative property is not satisfied. For the commutative property also, addition and multiplication for whole numbers satisfies commutative property, whereas subtraction and division does not satisfy commutative property. And what is associative property? A plus B bracket the sum of A plus B added to C is equal to A plus B plus C. A is added to the sum of B plus C. That is the change of brackets alone. So for associative property also, addition and multiplication for whole numbers satisfies associative property, whereas subtraction and division does not satisfy the associative property for whole numbers. Can you understand? This is a simple recap of the previous session. Now what is the property left out here? Distributive property. Let us now discuss about distributive property. Distributive property. Now, what is spelling of distributive property? D-I-S-T-R-I-B-U-T-I-V-E. Distributive. Distributive in the sense, what is the meaning of distributing? You are going to distribute some set of notebooks to several members. That is the meaning of distributing, right? See this, A plus A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. This is the only distributive property for multiplication is given in your book. See page number 38 in your book. This is known as distributive property of multiplication over addition. Multiplication over addition. There are several other things for multiplication over subtraction or division over addition, division over subtraction. But in your book for distributive property, only multiplication over addition is given. So you can be very clear about this distributive property alone. Can you understand how you are going to say this distributive property? Multiplication over addition. Inside the bracket we are having addition here in the left hand side. So multiplication over addition. Can you understand? A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. This is the distributive property. Let us take a simple example now. Okay. Now what is the number of rows here? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 4 here and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 here. Yes. Now let me separate the 6 as 3 and 3 or 4 and 2. Let us separate 4 and 2. The same. This will be the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the same. Now we are going to separate this as 4 and 2. Can you understand? This is 4 cross 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 cross 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 cross 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 cross 2. This particular box I am separating, this 4 cross 6 box I am separating as 4 cross 4 and 4 cross 2, which means if you combine these two also you will get this only. Yes. So which is the common here? I did not separate this 4. So 4 is my common. So 4 is common. So I have taken 4. I have to add, here it is 6 which I have separated as 4 plus 2. Yes, 4 plus 2. So 4 plus 2. Again what I get? 4 cross 6. This is the meaning of distributivity. Can you understand? A into B plus C. A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. The A is this 4. B is this 4 and this 2. Can you understand? This is 6. This is separated as B plus C. B is 4 and C is 2. So A into B plus A into C. How you can write? 4 into 4 plus 4 into 2. Can you understand? This is the distributive property. Again I will tell you what is the spelling of distributive. D-I-S-T-R-I-B-U-T-I-V-E. Distributive property. Now distributive property is 3 variables you are going to take. A, B and C. A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. Can you understand? So what is our A here? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our A. And what is our B plus C? 6 is our B plus C. That 6 I have separated as 4 plus 2. Even you can separate that B as 3 plus 3 or 2 plus 4 or 5 plus 1, 1 plus 5. It is of your wish. You can do in several ways and you can check at home. Okay. So I have separated like 4 plus 2. This is my B and this is my C. Which is my A? This is my A. A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. This is our distributive property. Can you understand? Let us move on to the next one. Now, check the example in page number 39. Example 5. The school canteen charges ₹20 for lunch and ₹4 for milk each day. How much money do you spend in 5 days on these things? So what is the amount spent for lunch? Lunch is equal to ₹20 and milk is equal to ₹4. This is for each day. You are going to find for 5 days. So there are two methods. What you can do, either you can add these two and multiply by 5, or you can multiply 5 to each number, then you can add the number. Method 1 is I will add these two numbers, that is 20 plus 4, and I will multiply that number into 5 days. So what is my answer? 24 into 5. Can you understand? Method 2. Now what I am going to do is, each one, for lunch I need 5 days, for milk I need 5 days. So I am going to multiply 5 to each number, then I will add it. Okay, so what is 5 into 20? 100. And what is 5 into 4? 20, which is equal to 120. And what is 24 into 5? 120. So my LHS is equal to RHS, which means A into B plus C. A into B plus C. Here A value is 5, B value is 20, C value is 4. Okay. A into B plus C. Where is A into B plus C? Here. A into B plus C is equal to A into B. Where is A into B? A into B plus A into C. A into C. So this is our distributive property. Can you understand? Let us move on to the exercise 2.2. Okay. Now, turn your page to 2.2 exercise, page number 40. Find the sum by suitable rearrangement. find the sum by suitable rearrangement. See the first sum, 837 plus 208 plus 363. This is your sum. Now what you are going to do is, you are going to arrange it in such a way that it will be easy for you to add these numbers. Can you understand? So what you are going to do now? 837. See the ones place here? It is 7. 208. What is the ones place here? 8. 363. What is the ones place here? 3. So I have to combine any two numbers so that I have to get the ones place as 0. Okay. So what are the two numbers? What is 8 plus 3? It is 11. My ones place will be, in 11 my ones place is 1. So I cannot add this in such a way. Now what is 8 plus 7? It is 15. So what is my ones place? 5. So that also will not work. Now what is 7 plus 3? It is 10. What is my ones place? It is 0. Why I have to combine the number to ones place as 0? Because if it is 100 or 10, if you are adding to any number, it will be easy for us. So suitable rearrangement you have to do so that your sum will be very easy. Okay. Now what we are going to do is 7 plus 3 we got 10. So let us take that number. 837 plus 363. Let us bracket it. This sum you are going to add to 208. Can you understand? Can you understand now? The ones place here is 7, here it is 8 and here it is 3. When I combine these two numbers, I am getting ones place as 0. So I have taken that inside the bracket and I am going to add 208 to this value. Now what is the sum of 837 plus 363? 3 plus 7 is 10. 1 remainder. So 7 here. 7 plus 3 is again 10. 1 remainder. So 4 here. 8 plus 4 is 12. So it is 1200. Now this 1200 should be added to 208. Now it is very easy, right? You can add what? 0 plus 8 is 8. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 1 plus nothing is here? 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1408 is your answer. Now if you are not doing in this way, you will write regularly, you will write no all the three numbers, then you will add. That will not work. What we are going to do is, you are going to suitably rearrange the given sum so that your answer will be clear. Can you understand? Now let us move on to the next sum. I will just give the hint for second sum and it will be your homework. Okay. Now see the B sum here. Again, now I am not going to solve this sum. This is your homework. I will just give the clue. Now what is the ones place here? 2. Here it is 3, here it is 8 and here it is 7. Now I have 4 numbers. Previously I had only 3 set of numbers. I have combined 2 sets and added that sum to the other value. Now what I am going to do is, here I have 4 sets. Let me take a 2 and 2. Okay. Now what is 2 and 3? It is 5. It will not work. 2 and 8, it is 10. So it will work. So you are going to combine 1962 and 1538 in one bracket. Now 3 and 7 if you combine, again you will get 10. That is 0 value in the ones place. Now you have to combine 453 and 647. This inside one bracket. So now the 4 sets will become under 2 brackets. Yes, add these two numbers, the final value if you add, you will get the answer. Can you understand? This is your homework. Try it at home. Now let us move on to the second sum. Find the product by suitable rearrangement. Again you are going to rearrange the product and you are going to find. The previous one was your adding, that is sum. Now you are going to product, multiplication. See the second sum. By suitable rearrangement, A 2 into 768 into 50. Again here the same clue only you are going to do, but multiplication, that is product. Here your ones value is 2, here your ones value is 8, here it is 0. But listen carefully, whatever you multiply with the 0 value, you will get 0 only. But multiplying this term to this is very big, it is huge. But multiplying 50 into 2, it is very easy. You know 50 into 2 is 100. So what we will do is, we will multiply 2 into 50. That product we will multiply with the number 1768. What is 2 into 50? It is 100. 100 into 1768. Just you are going to add 2 numbers to the given number. That is, this is your answer. Can you understand how you are taking suitable rearrangement? If you are multiplying any 2 numbers, you have to get some 100 values, thousands or like that. So that if you multiply with a given number, you will be getting an easy product. Can you understand? Okay, now let us move on to the next sum. See here, first Roman letter B is your homework. I have explained already. Here 2A I have explained. Now B I will explain you, and you are going to do the sum at home. Okay. See the B sum. Again in the previous sum we had 50 into 2. Yes. Now I am having 25 into 4. What is 25 into 4? Obviously it is 100. Now what will happen? 100 into 166. So 16600, that is 16,600 will come as an answer. I told you the answer also, but do stepwise at your home. Okay. Now see the next sum. C is also your homework. I will explain. So here it is 125 and 291 into 8. Now if you multiply 125 into 8, you will get some thousands or hundreds value. Then you can multiply easily with 291. Everything is of same only. If you multiply these 2 numbers, you will get a huge number. Then you have to again multiply with 8. What is our question actually? You are going to suitably rearrange some numbers so that the multiplication will be very easy. So here it is 125. So multiplying with the 5 multiples, it is very easy. So 125 into 8 will be 1000. So 1000 into 291 is a simple step. Now see the D sum. Again 5 multiples is here. 5 multiples along with 3-digit number if you are doing, again it is a huge number. You cannot carry over it. So what we will do is 5 multiples along with 1-digit or 2-digit number given in the question. That will do because it will be very easy. 5 multiple along with 1-digit number, you will get some 0 numbers. 5 multiple along with 2-digit number, you will get some 0 numbers, so that you can multiply easily with the other number. So this into this, that product you are going to multiply with the 279. So second question, subdivision B, C and D will be your homework. Can you understand? Will you do it at home? Now listen. See the E sum now. So 285 into 5 into 60. This is our sum now. What we are going to do is, already I told you 5 multiple with some 1-digit or 2-digit number. Here our 5 multiple itself is a 1-digit number. So if we multiply 5-digit number into this, it will be very easy because 5 into 6 is 30. You are going to add just a 0. That 300 you can multiply with 285. Yes, this is somewhat different. Listen. So 285 into 5 into 60. Yes. Now 285 into this 5 into 60 will be 300. Can you understand? Now what is 285? 285 can be written as 300 minus 15. Am I right? What is 285? 300 minus 15. Why I have to write 300 minus 15? Because I have 300 here, so that I can multiply easily. That is why we are going to write 285 as 300 minus 15 into 300. Now what is our distributive property? A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. But it is subtraction here. In the easy way, what you can do? 300 into 300 What is the symbol given here? Minus 300 into 15. What is 300 into 300? 3 3s are 9. Ignore the zeros. Say multiply only the numbers. 3 3s are 9. How many zeros are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 zeros. Minus, what is 3 into 15? 45. Ignore the zeros. 3 into 15 is 45. Now add the zeros. 4,500. Now if you subtract, you will get the answer. Can you understand? Again I will tell you. This is the given sum. 285 into 5 into 60. If I multiply 5 and 60, I am getting 300. So first I have combined the bracket like this. Next I am going to clarify this number as 285. 300 minus 15 because I am getting product here 300. So it will be easy for me to multiply. So 300 minus 15. 300 into 300 minus 300 into 15. If it is addition here, you have to write addition symbol. Since it is subtraction, I have written subtraction. So if you subtract these two numbers, you will get the answer. Can you understand? Let us move on to the next sum. This is so simple. Even this you can do as a homework. See, 125 into 8. In the previous sum itself we have solved with this number. 125 into 8 is 1000. And same way 40 into 25. If you multiply also, you will be getting 1000. So what is 1000 into 1000 is your answer. Can you understand? Even this you can do as your homework. Okay. So simple. If you multiply any two number, you have to get 0 numbers so that it will be easy for the multiplication of the number left out. This is the total thing for suitable rearrangement. Today in this session, what did we see? Now distributive property. What is distributive property? A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. And we have seen exercise 2.2. First sum, suitable rearrangement. You are going to add. A sum I have explained, B sum I have given hint and you are going to solve at home. And second, it is product, multiplication. A sum I have explained, B, C, D, yes, F is your homework. I have given you total hint along with the answers I have given you, but you have to solve at home. E also I have explained, okay. This is the total recap of the session 19. Let us see the next sums, 3rd, 4th and 5th sum in the next session. Thank you.